Welcome to this episode of Trench Study. Today we will be breaking down Gervon Dexter Sr.'s game against the Texans. Dexter finished the game with 3 pressures and 1 sack, which puts him at 2 sacks through 2 games so far this year. I'm going to be breaking down some of the techniques that he used in this game now, and if you like this video, make sure to subscribe for more. So I'm going to start off the video with Dexter's sack, and it's going to be a stunt between him and DeMarcus Walker, who's normally their edge rusher but lines up inside sometimes. So Walker's going to be coming across, and he's going to try to take the guard in the center with him and create space for Dexter to get through and get to Stroud. Now let's see it in action. So he's going to take the guard in the center with him, create space, and Dexter's going to do a good job of being able to actually sack Stroud. Last year there were a few examples of him getting to this point right here and getting juked out by the QB, not being able to change direction quick enough. But it's possible with his weight loss that he's been able to become a much more fluid athlete, and it looks like it early this year. And now we're going to look at a run stopping rep he had. Not going to make the tackle, but still a good rep nonetheless. Dexter's going to come off the ball here and actually take a false step inside. You see the false step, but he's still going to be able to work across the guard, get his right arm extended, and fill his gap, force a cutback. And then Booker's going to make a good tackle on the backside. As I mentioned, you're going to see Austin Booker make a nice play on the backside. He blew up preseason this year. I think he had like 3.5 sacks. He only played about 20 reps this game, so he's making the most out of each one. Shows some of his motor right there. And then back to another pass rush from Dexter. Sorta is able to free himself up, but not in time before Stroud gets it out. And he's going to mix up power and finesse on this play. He's going to get into him with a bull rush. Kind of get way too high with his pad level. Try to club him away and swim over top, but Stroud gets the ball out. I'd like to see him continue to blend these together because last year is primarily a power rusher, but this year it's been a lot of clubs, swims, and chops, cross chops. Now let's look at number 96, Zach Pickens, playing the 1-tech. He was drafted with Gervon Dexter, but in the 3rd round, so a little later than Dexter. And they're really hoping he can step up into the DT3 position because they don't really have anyone there. They have Chris Williams, who they picked up after roster cuts. And you're going to see what Matt Eberflus talked about him early on in a press conference, how he's able to reset the line of scrimmage with his get-off. Gets him back a little bit, sheds inside, fills his gap. Good stuff from Pickens. They're going to need to see a lot more of that. Rep number 5, you're going to see what has become Gervon Dexter's go-to move. You're going to see this a lot in this video. It's just going to be a club swim. So there's the club to the shoulder, and then he's going to club again and try to swim over top. And you can barely see it, but the guard's going to fall straight in his face at the end of his rep. There it is. Here's another club swim. Actually, 2 of them. And get some pressure on Stroud, force him out of the pocket. You see some pretty good motor on this play too. Big club off the rip, swims over top. Able to free up his right arm. Club again, then swim over top, and Stroud sees it, runs out. This time we're going to see Dexter lined up a little wider, looks like the 4-eye. He's not going to be able to get any pressure on this play. And he's going to start this rep like he's going for his cross chop. So he's going to chop across the guard's body, knock his right arm down, then try to club and swim over top. But the guard's going to keep that left arm under him and be able to just ride with him, seal him off. Last rep you saw him fake the cross chop to the outside. This time he's going to actually do the cross chop to the inside. So he's going to chop across, knock down the guard's arm, try to swipe to pin it, and then rip through, but he's not going to be able to get any real push there. The center takes over. But as you can see so far, he's going for the cross chop and the club swim a lot this year. Now we're going to be focused once again on 5th round pick Austin Booker. He's going to be working against Dalton Schultz, the tight end. He's going to hit him with a long arm. And you really just see some of the raw power in his about 245, 250 pound frame, which hopefully he can add more to. And once he adds weight, he should be more consistent in the run game, which will get him on the field much more. Now on this play, we're going to see the cross chop that he faked earlier. So he's going to chop across the right hand, chop down the right, and then rip through both guys. Here you see some of his raw power. And almost get to Stroud. One more time. There's the cross chop, and he rips and just shows some of his raw power there. Almost is able to work around a Stroud. Dexter once again, this time working from the one technique. You're going to see him almost make a tackle. So he's going to start inside this time and work across the center's body, free himself up. And in my opinion, this is a hold from Patterson on Dexter. He would have made a tackle, but still, they're able to stop the run. I think I mentioned it earlier, but the run game was his weakness last year, so it's good to see him having success in the run game, especially from the one technique spot, because it offers him a lot of versatility with Billings. Now back to Zach Pickens. It's going to be a pass rush. Able to get some good push. And he's just going to work a bull rush here. Get into him, start to free up that right hand, try and knock down the pass. He does hit Stroud in the face, which I think I've seen called a penalty, so he has to be careful about that. But still, we'd like to see this type of production from our DT3 this year. We don't really know where that's going to be coming from. Now, I posted this next rep on Twitter, and Gervon Dexter quote tweeted it saying he likes his odds, and he's going to go 1-on-5 against the entire Texans offensive line, and he'll almost get a hit on Stroud. So he's going to do what I guess you'd tell somebody to do here and just take on one guy. And he's going to bull rush right through him, and nobody else is really going to be able to stop him. Really just shows some good power. He's not even that low, so he's just using raw power right there. And now we're back to the run game. You see him make what I thought was a tackle, but I don't think he got credited with the tackle this game. So he's just going to flow with the right tackle, get his shoulder into him, and be ready to shed across when needed. And he does. And he's able to make what I thought was a tackle. Being consistent in the run game is where I think he can really take that next step. His pass rush is starting to come together. He just needs a better get off. But this run game would be huge for the team. Here we're going to see more of Gervon Dexter's athleticism. He's not going to do much with a double team here. But you're going to see his chase down speed here, sideline to sideline. He's about 310 pounds chasing down the play like this. Thank you for watching this episode of Trench Study. Let me know how many sacks you think Gervon Dexter Sr. will have this year. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And as always, peace.